Hey guys, Matt Scott here with a quick update on the newest features that have just been made available for EDIUS 8.2. You can see here I'm running a beta version of 8.2. Very exciting stuff. You know I love my color correction, and these two filters have just made that even better, even faster. So along with some other little minor updates which you may have noticed, I can change button sizes and things like that. I can actually change the resolution I'm looking at. They're the boring stuff. The cool stuff is this primary color correction tool, and the fact that now the mask that you may be familiar with already, that's been around for a while, is actually now a tracking tool. And this mask tracking tool is absolutely amazing, works very, very well. I'm going to go ahead and show you how these two new filters can make your EDIUS experience even better than it already was. Go ahead and jump straight into it. I'm going to use a few different clips here, but all the clips I'll be using, or most of them, you'll be able to find and download them from my blog. So if you do want to play with these new features, definitely go to mattscottvisuals.com and then go up to the top right hand corner, go to the download section, and you'll be able to find a whole bunch of awesome clips there and some EDIUS preset filters which I've also made available. Remember, it's all free. It's all about sharing and caring, right? So go ahead and check that out. Alright, so what we want to do is have a look at grading log footage in EDIUS. Now all of this footage was either shot Canon log, or it was shot on Red log film, or it was shot Sony S-Log 3. The point is, how do we quickly grade log footage within EDIUS? Well, that's where these new filters come in. So I'm going to go ahead and let me just go back to this clip here on the timeline, and I'm just going to go Effect, Video Filters, and scroll down to this new filter under the Color Correction folder, which is the Primary Color Correction tool. Let's go ahead and turn our scopes on before we drop this on, just confirming that we are looking at a log image here, and we'll drop that filter onto our clip. Let's double click the primary color corrector and just have a quick overview of what we've got here. We've basically got our three-way color corrector, as you might expect, but what this kind of is, and what it kind of feels like, is a pre-processing lab. This is where we get to process our footage. What was the source camera that we shot this on, and what is the destination color space that we want it to go to or be transformed to. So this is a new automatic color correction section which we're going to get to in more detail in the detailed tutorials which you'll find at EDIUS World. But just for now, we're just going to rush through this stuff and just show you how powerful this tool is outside of its automatic correction. So first of all, what we want to do to this shot is add some contrast. Scroll down to the RGB curves. Note that we're working in RGB instead of YUV for a change in EDIUS. Now this is really exciting stuff. Let's go to the shadow component of the curves and just drop that down a little bit, making sure we don't go below 0. Let's bump our midtones up and our highlights as well. And as you can see, the image is starting to come to life. Now, there's a couple of problems with it though. One of them is the white balance. It's too warm and too green. So thankfully, we have a white balance slider. If it's too warm, you slide it to the left towards blue. If it's too green, you also slide it to the left towards magenta. Now you can see that after just a few simple clicks, we've definitely increased our contrast ratio. Things are looking much nicer there. We've fixed our color balance. All we need to do is add a little bit of saturation. So we'll go to the saturation slider and bump that up as well. So now we've got these nice rosy skin tones. We could probably actually cool it off even more. Just making sure we're looking at grays, and we're making sure our grays are grays and our whites are white. So if we go ahead and press OK, duplicate that layer and just have a look at where we've come. Very quickly we've color corrected a log image. So how do we take this further? How do we create focus within an image and be artists and true color correction people? Well, one of the things you need to look at when creating any sort of filmic look is, first of all, creating a balanced, nice image to begin with. The second thing is to start thinking about focus. How do we create focus within an image? Well, you saw me quickly demonstrate the mask tool a second ago. Let's go ahead and add the mask again. Just double clicking the mask tool, now we can go to the shape and just draw a simple shape around Tamsin's face like so. And all we need to do now is just press this tracking button, track forward, and EDIUS will analyze the frame, adding tracking points automatically, and move and resize and rotate the mask exactly the way we need it to be done. And this happens automatically. This is so exciting. Normally I'd have to do this manually, or I'd have to leave the piece of software and go to an advanced color correction piece of software to do it. But as you can see, EDIUS is doing an amazing job no matter where she moves in the frame, and it's also, it's animating properties like position, scale, and rotation. So we can turn those on and off, and we can, manipulate the track after it's even finished. But in this case, it's done a really, really good job. So all I want to do now is add a little bit of focus to Tamsin's face. So I'm going to soften the edge of the mask. I'm going to soften it by maybe 350 pixels each side of the mask. And then on the inside filter, I'm going to go Effects, Video Filters, Color Balance, three-way color corrector. And I'm just going to go to the midtones and just increase the midtones like so. and just make sure my shadows are down a little bit as well. So here you can see what we've done is just create a little bit of focus on the face, but nothing that really stands out and says, hey, we've done color correction to this shot. So no matter where she moves in the frame, we have this seamless tracking in real time, this seamless focus that has been added to the face. And this just opens up a whole new world. I mean, if you wanted to take it a step further, we could add 2 filters within inside that mask. Let's just sharpen it up a little bit as well. So in the inside filter, instead of adding just a 3-way color corrector, we're going to go down and add combined filters. And let's open the combined filters dialog box. And we're going to choose maybe 2 filters this time around. We're going to go sharpness, and which one? Sharpness is there. We're just going to add about 13 or 12 points of sharpness, and we're also going to add that 3-way color corrector again. Go to the midtone slider and just increase those midtones. Make sure you're pulling the blacks down as well, because there's nothing worse than actually seeing a mask. And I've seen it on so many Hollywood movies, and it just makes me shake my head in disbelief that you can actually see where someone's added a mask. You never want to be able to see it, and often that's the case, because what happens is people will add a mask to bring light on someone's face, and they'll increase the midtones, but they'll forget to actually decrease or crush the blacks back to the point where the contrast was nice. So make sure you do that. I usually add a little bit of saturation as well. So there we go. We've got our relight of the face, but we've got our sharpness as well. So if we go ahead and press OK, now you can see in real time we've got a real crisp, beautiful looking face, and it's very easily done, very quickly done, keeping in mind this is real-time 10-bit full resolution. Get excited, EDIUS is changing, Grass Valley are doing some amazing things. I wish I was there at NAB this year, but maybe I'll see you at IBC. Peace out, guys.